Right, let's click on new game, see what happens. Ooh. Village name, edit banner, small land tutorial, enable disasters. Oh god. You can turn on off random disasters in the game. It can be changed later in gameplay settings. I think... Oh, I don't know. Should we play it with or without? You'll probably say with, because you're scumbags. Edit banner. What symbol should we have? Should we have a nice symbol or an evil-looking symbol? Some of these are quite interesting, actually. That looks like the kind of biohazardy one. Definitely with, yeah. That looks a little bit dodgy one to me. Actually, they look very similar. That's very English. Oh, the crossed spears. I'm not sure about these. These are a bit radioactive. Well, I suppose we should go with the beer, shouldn't we? And then we could go with a Twitch... Oh, no, hang on. Twitch purple. Yeah, that's perfect. What about that? Twitch purple beer banner. Sounds good to me. No, there's no ham. We're not having a hammer and sickle. Calder Depot, thank you for 52 months. Just like weeks in the year, but in months. Skull. Madness, thank you for 84. The beer... We're not... No, it's the village name, not the boat name. It's the village name. So we need something like the Beer Boys, you know? Although there will be women in there, I'm sure. Otherwise, the population wouldn't grow very well. Beer o'clock? No. Beery me? Hey. No, we're not calling it nutters. We're not going to have the word nutter in absolutely everything. What should we call it? Call it nutdom. Okay. So let's try and be original. Beer Barons. Oh, it's almost good. The brewery. Mate, Pops, mate. They didn't have kebabs back then, really. Aylesbury. Oh, that's strong, isn't it, eh? Aylesbury. I see where you're going with that one. Any advance on Aylesbury? Alem? I think Aylesbury's pretty decent. I don't know whether to go with a small map or a valley, Green Bay, White Rivers, small land. Oh, it actually shows you a picture. Map size small, map resources high, resource distant very near. That sounds like the beginner map, so I think we'll just go with that for now. Right, less of the dramatic music. Maybe we should have called it Whiteland, because that's literally where we're going. Tutorial. You can learn how to develop and manage your bike by following this tutorial. Okay. In this section, there are keys that you need to use to develop the village. Okay. Cutting trees. By pressing this button, you can select the trees you want to cut. Available villagers will cut the trees of your choice and take the wood to the warehouse. Okay. As long as no settlements are established near the felled tree stumps, trees will continue to regrow. Okay, that's an interesting game mechanic. Gathering stone. You can select the rocks you want to dig by pressing this button. Available villagers will dig the rocks of your choice and take them to the warehouse. As long as there are no houses near the rocks will regrow. Wait, what? Where do we get more rock from? Is the obvious question. Mr. Podway, thank you for 12 months, sir. Not 12 years, but 12 months. Thank you. Happy anniversary. Tech Tiger, thank you for 34. Oh, we plant rocks, of course. Construction. By pressing this button, you can select the building you want to build from the menu, put it in a suitable location. If you have enough resources and builders, construction will start. Demolish. You can click on the construction of the building onto demolition. Remember, when some buildings are demolished, the resources inside may I love this. This is a very vague statement. When some buildings, not all, are demolished, the resources inside may also be destroyed. We're not going to tell you, but they might be. Okay. Tutorial road. By pressing this button, you switch to road mode. Road mode. You can add roads in appropriate places while in path mode. Villagers prepare to go by road when they are going to their destination. Walking on the road gives them a speed bonus. Management. From this section, you can see the resources. That one. Villagers. That one, maybe. And other management tools. Okay. Speed buttons down here. I'll need to move myself shortly when we figure out the overlay. You can check the day and months. Oh, it has seasons. Rip. It has seasons. This should be interesting. Do I take it we're in spring then? Gather wood and stone. Right, okay. First of all, spacebar to pause. Game, please. Let me position myself somewhere. Let's see, where should we go? That one. Nope, that one. What if we go maybe here and try that? And then I'll bring that down a touch. And that, apart from that, seems to be okay right now. Right, let me know how we get on. Order a tree to be cut down. Okay, which tree? Is it me or is the background audio like Way of the Hunter? Like super loud birds? That is a big tree. Okay, you can create a path from a lower right menu. Specify the trees to be cut and the stones to be collected. To select trees to be cut and the stones to be collected, hold down the left mouse button and hover over a tree you want or stone you want to. If a tree or stone is selected, a mark will appear. If you want to cancel the operation, use the right mouse button. Press the right mouse button to exit tree or stone mode. Characters whose job is free will start the order. Okay. Alright, so if we go like that. So maybe like that and that, yeah? No. Order rock digging. No. Well, obviously we cut all the nearest ones, right? Have we got anybody free? Let's have a look at our characters. Oh, she's off. She's off digging up that stone. I can't quite see her face, but she looks pretty mean. I reckon she means business with this stone, you know. What's this? There she goes. Oh, she's at it as well. I mean, I would suggest swinging it a bit quicker, personally. It's quite a slow swing, though, isn't it? Very, very sort of dramatic. Is that food status? Resting status? Family? Labourer? Luck? Wait, what? Strong? Speed? She didn't look very speedy to me. Intelligence, 1. What does that mean? What does 1x intelligence mean? What about you? Oh, you're quite intelligent. 1.8? He's the accountant. 1.3? 0.9? Okay. We're not really sure what that number means, but... I can hear somebody cutting wood. I can't... Oh, there he is. You're hiding, mate. Oh, my God. 0.5. Watch you don't chop your leg off. What's this guy actually good at? No point. He's not. He's weak. He's stupid. Normal speed and normal luck. This guy rolled low on the stats. He's like, I just want to chop this tree down. I like how they've all got their own stats. That's hilarious. He is the village idiot. Can we tell him not to breed? I think we need to make sure he doesn't breed. What about you? 0.5 intelligent? If she gets with him, we're in trouble. We're in big trouble if she gets with him. Like, she's not even lucky. She's super unlucky. Oh, this guy. Look how lucky are you? Captain Luxon. Hang on, can we change your name? to Lucky Boy. There we go, Lucky Boy. Lucky Boy Harrison. Relly, thank you for gifting a sub to Kai Brooks. Welcome, Kai, for 21 months. Tech Tiger, thank you, 34. Right, what do I want to do? Assign a job. Assign a worker to carpenter. How do we do that? How? Okay, what are you doing? A labourer. You're not very quick though, are you? It's not actually told me how to do this. Villages. Management, building, ships, jobs. Labourer. 18. Carpenter, 1. There we go. Maybe that's done it. 1 carpenter. We can't put stonemasons in there for some reason. Should we have 2 carpenters? Let's have 2 carpenters. Assign a worker to carpenter. Activate working in the carpenter. What does that mean? You can make job assignments from the job list section in the lower left menu, from the character's information screen, or from the building you want to assign to a job. Activate working carpenter. Right, that one maybe? Closed. Not really sure, to be honest. Wait, what time of day is it? I can hear him chopping trees down. Is that the stupid guy who thinks it's a good idea to chop trees down at night? No, she's still going. Blimey. Wow, look at this guy. 2.1 strength, 1.8 intelligence. You're not supposed to be strong and intelligence. That's not allowed. Oh, very unlucky. Very unlucky, sir. Right. Let's go have a look around with that. What are you doing? Who's this guy? What's your job? What about you? What are you doing? They seem to be quite obsessed. They keep walking over looking at this rock. Is he like the Night Watch or something? I reckon he must be the Night Watch. Let's speed it up. Let's get to morning. Why is like cows just roaming around? A lot quicker when you speed them up, though. There's a lot of stone, though. You can't click on the stone and see how much resources left. I don't know how to open this up. Advantageous talents. Power. Well, we don't want you then, do we? Because you're 1.6 power. We need somebody that's... Yeah, you'll do. 1.6 and a 1.3. There we go. We've got 2 carpenters assigned. Whatever that does. Just watch flights. You're welcome, Simon. Big Lad, thank you for 38 months. Giacomo, thank you for 18. Nerdy Drew, 63. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Okay. So now what? So are they actually making set limit? Work status closed. Open. It didn't tell me to open it. We're making wood now? Yeah, 4. What have we got? We've got 8 planks. 65. Why have we only got 8 planks? Cut them all down. All of them. They've nearly got rid of this rock. Look, it's nearly gone. Okay, so we've got some wood, we've got some timber, plenty of stone. We don't have any dressed stone. We've not put a suit and tie on any stone yet. And we have 120 silver and no meals. The food situation doesn't sound good to me. What does this do? The Tree of Life. Oh god, what did I click on? What is this? Settlement of the Vikings. A new village is founded. Gods bless this village. Transition to settle life. Now is the time to settle down. The crops must be planted and production must begin. Field, granary. Explore. We've got 5... Oh, we've got 5 Tree of Life points. I earned by increasing fame. The fame required for the new points is 500. You currently have 437 fame. Villagers work 1% quicker. Ooh! Villagers are 1% happier. Ooh! With those buffs. Ooh! Gee, maybe we should get that. See you later, Evan. Have a good one. Field, wheat, granite. I'm gonna get this. It's not told me to, but whatever. We've unlocked some stuff, I think. We should be able to build fields and stuff. Crops durability will increase. Brackets by a random percent. Crops in the field will grow 5% quicker. We must dig up resources that nature has given us from the ground. Mine, stone pit. I'm going to save a point and try and get that one. We'll take that before buffs. Is there hunting? Mate, I have no idea. What's this? Alerts. None. Objectives. Oh, that screen got hidden somehow. Ships, okay. Right, objectives. Have 3 wood, 20 stone, and 32 timber. We've almost got the timber. We're busy chopping trees down, aren't we? Okay. Right, the stone's gone now. We've got a good supply of stone, so I won't allocate any more. Yeah, it's early access. And they're doing their thing. Settle the next 60, okay. You see? That's how they used to do it. Now I just get my mitre saw out and be like, zoom, zoom, zoom. Cats, thank you for 15 months. Good morning. Thank you very much. Matthew, thank you for 2 months. Doll and Pippa are fine. Doll was sat on the sofa. Pippa was at the side of my bed while I was having breakfast. And then she followed me around for a bit. Yeah, I give her a cuddle and then I came in here. When do you get raiding and pillaging? Well, I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Build a marketplace, assign a builder, assign a marketer. What if we don't like marketing? Destroy buildings. Build path. How do we... Villagers, messages... How do we build a building? Is it that one? No. This one. Life. Life, life, life. Oh, life. Build a marketplace, if I could find them. Production? Right. There it is. It's under storage. You can select the building you want to build from the right menu. After selecting the building, you can change the direction of the building by using the Z and mouse keys. What? The Z and mouse keys? First of all, a mouse has buttons. And secondly, do you have to hold Z down while moving the mouse button? Like, how does that work? Install it in a suitable place with the left mouse button. After giving the construction order, the builders will carry the necessary materials to the construction. After it's completed, construction phase begins, count whose job it is, start the building, blah, 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 blah. Okay. No idea where we want this thing. Very bumpy ground. I don't know. We don't want to build here because the trees will regrow, won't they? So let's put it over here. Right, I'm holding down the Z key. There we go. Hold down the Z key and move the mouse. That happens. So I don't know where we're going to build people's houses. Maybe over here. Feels like a marketplace should be in the middle, surely. We'll put it in the middle. There you go. Marketplaces are usually in the middle, aren't they? And everybody kind of congregates to it. Assign a builder. Assign a marketer. Builders. Okay. Collecting. Can we have 2 builders on that, please? I'd like it to be done today. What time of night is it? Because they're still building. When did they actually sleep? I'm thinking we should be worried about food, if I'm honest. Mr. Kieran. Thank you very much, Kieran, for gifting 5 subs. Welcome, guys. If you just got a sub, please give me a thank you. Why are there random cows? There won't be. As soon as I get a spear, there won't be random cows. There'll be random burgers. And random Nandos. The Longhouse. It's the main building. Wait approximately 5 days for the new festival. We're having a festival, apparently. Who knew? Poorhouse. A structure that can accommodate a single family. It consumes more fuel in winter due to its cheap construction. See? Insulate Britain would have a problem with this. If Insulate Britain turned up and looked at these homes, you know what they'd do? They'd stick themselves to the marketplace. That's what they'd do. Like, aha, if we stop you from eating, haha, that'll teach you to warm up your house. Aha, logic, 1000 IQ. If we stop you going about your business, that will help us to achieve our goals. How far can you go over this map, I wonder? Ooh. It's a big valley here. I reckon there's some like resources over here, like a mine or whatever that we can get. There's bound to be metals, isn't there? There's got to be metals, which you presumably have to mine. Maybe out of here. Well, that looks like coal or something. Maybe we can burn coal later. I'm alright, Andy Lad, thank you. Roads do give them a speed bonus, yeah. Build a path. We can tell them to build a path, I suppose. How about if we kind of... that costs us silver, though. We have to buy roads. I don't know how we get more silver. See, I'm just going road crazy now. You can see what I'm doing. This is what happens. I turn into Skylines mode and start building roads everywhere. Before you know it, I've got no money. And then tutorial says, build this. And you're like, yeah, I would, but I spent all my money. I think the entrance was here, wasn't it? Let's leave it like that for now. We spent a lot of cash. I'm a bit worried about all this deforestation, although it looks like maybe... No, they're supposed to grow back, but it might be like an entire year before we see a tree. Even the cows are using the roads. Look how smart they are. Where's this guy going? He came out of here, put a log here, and then just went, I think I'll just look at the flowers for a minute. And the cow's like, wait, what was he looking at? $74 months, Matty. I'm not making you buy anything, Matty. See that tree then? Matty, that was your fault. And that one. That's your fault too. They're all your fault, Matty. Well, if you're going to blame me for random stuff, I'm just going to blame you for random stuff. I quite like having trees at the back of the house, but... Cut them all down, every one of them. Clear the area. We're going to have a city here. Kieran, thank you very much, sir. Thanks for gifting 5 subs. Welcome, guys. Thanks for squirrel gifts. Mr. Hendo, 56 months. I feel like there's too much... No, maybe. Hang on. Build a marketplace, which we're still waiting for. Assign a marketer. Can we put more people on this? I suppose you can put the priority. It's got priority here. This is where food is stored and where villagers shop. It should be in every village. Silver is earned with every purchase. Ah, that's where you get your money from. I see how this works. You get your workers, your peasants, to go and till the land, make food, bring it to the marketplace, and then you charge them for the food. I love it. This is capitalism right here. They make the food, and then they buy it from you. Have I looked inside the longhouse yet? No. Workers. Assign a marketer, it says. Does that mean a worker? Advantageous talent, speed. Nobody knows why. Apparently. We want speedy people. Well, you're very speedy. I think one worker for now in the market. Gather food. Build a gatherer's hut. Assign a gatherer. Gather your first fruit. Am I to think that some of this is not actually flowers, but is fruit? I don't know. Food, maybe? Live storage is production. Could be under production. Or not. Food. Gather a hut. Productivity. Ah, here we go. 37%. Oh, this looks a bit better. 100% productivity over here. That sounds a bit better, doesn't it? Or even here. There's trees growing back. You see them? We'll put it there. Now, we need to build a path from here. There we go. Make sure they can go from there to there quickly. Marketers collect all the food for the marketplace and villagers buy the food from the marketplace. Okay. So they collect and they gather. So they bring it to here and then they bring it to here, presumably. Which is why speed is a bonus, because they can get there and back quickly. Do we need to save this? New save. There we go. Already got some silver back. Well, we've got the market. I don't know what they're buying. I don't know what they're buying. Maybe they're paying taxes just for being here now. Who knows? Hang on, how do we glitch inside then? You shouldn't see this text. We didn't have time to fix the camera, so let's pretend this never happened. I mean, you know, I like the sense of humour. Makes you wonder if there's any more, doesn't it? Oh, that's the only building that's high enough for the camera, I think. It is auto-saving, but yeah. I don't know how many auto-save rotations there are. Add at least 10 decorations. What? 10, how do we... Oh, God. How do we build decorations? This is going to cost us silver, isn't it? Actually, that's 1 coin. That's materials. That's coin. A grand torch illuminates the surrounding areas at night. Increases storage space of some buildings. Ah. It makes the village look richer. Its insulation next to the houses provides happiness. Makes it easier for villagers to find directions, increases their walking speed. How bizarre. How bizarre. Capac, thank you for 72 months, sir. 6 years. Happy anniversary. Thank you very much. Mr. Hawkeye, thank you for 49. 2-year anniversary, Jack Sparrow, thank you. I think we build... Where's it gone? Decoration. We build those little... Build a sign outside of this guy's house. How do we rotate there? And then everybody inside, despite being freezing cold, they'll all be happy. Because that's what it does. It makes people happy. I'm really cold. I've got no insulation in this really poor house. But there's a stand outside and I feel so happy about that. That's how that rolls. It's distraction. Scarecrow increases the yield of fields. Ooh. Increases the yield of a field. That rhymes. Should we put this down? Is that classed as a field? I don't know if that's classed as a field, to be honest. A goat trophy. What is this? There's so many decorations. Look at this. It makes the village look richer. Oh my god. A broken cart increases the storage space of some buildings. There's no space inside, Jeff. It's alright, mate. Just throw it on that broken cart outside. Nobody will nick it. Oh, nice one, Jeff. Carpenter. Where are we storing things then? Are we storing them in here? There's 10 decorations. I've not got enough money for this. Can I build a bridge somewhere? Because at least that's material. Where can I build a bridge? Nowhere. I suppose you could build a bridge over here. Randomly. Build a dock. Can we build a dock? It's not told me to build one. Production. Carpentry. Brewery. Food. Cattle ranch, goat ranch, hunting hut, a well. So they're not classed as decorations. Bridge, fire pit. Specifically for a river. Increases the defense of the village. Increases some storage space. You say I'm a bit worried about this whole defense thing. That implies we're going to be attacked by somebody. Do we need to assign a gather to the hut? Quite possibly. Gatherers gather fruits and herbs in all seasons except winter. They do not work in winter. Well, that's nice for them. I think I'll tell my... when I used to work, I used to go to my boss and say, hey, mate, you know this software development thing, I like doing it, but I don't work in winter. Just know this. Right, speed and luck. Oh, I like that. Where's Lucky Guy? Hang on. We need to make him a gatherer. Here he is. Lucky Boy. Lucky Boy is now a gatherer. He's not very quick, but he's very lucky. I don't know how many we need to assign to this. 1.1. You're very quick and lucky, so you can go there as well. There you go. Don't work winter, though. It's too cold. So, is it enough having this? What food have we got? Number of meals, 0. Resources, none. What's that? Trees have been cut down, will sprout again unless a construction is built in that area. So these have grown back. Nice. Cut them down again. How dare they grow back? Hi, Dad. Hi, son. How you doing? How old are you? 12? 13? I should know your age, son. Never mind. You can find gather a house and build deco for speed. You can find gather a house. What do you mean? Hang on, let me get rid of that. I can't see my own hut now. You're 27. Of course you are. Of course you are. That's exactly what a 27-year-old would say. They should now be gathering stuff, but I can't see anything yet. Fruits and herbs. I don't know what decorations to add. I'm just going to have to add random stuff. 4 barrels. Increases the storage space of some buildings. Right, let's put some barrels here. And at least we'll get some decoration done. Plus, it kind of looks cool. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's 6 we've added. Need another 4. Don't really need more. Is there anything we can build that increases gathering speed? Increases the yield of fields. Trophy. Happiness. I don't know if the scarecrow works for here, but it seems to. Because it's got a circle on it, maybe. We can try it. That's a field. It kind of feels like that's crop. What's that symbol bottom left? This has got like a diamond symbol. Oh, that's a road. That's a road buff. That's a richness buff. That's a road and richness. I don't know what that square one is. Increases storage space. Oh God, what's this? Justice dilemma. What? Knowing that he is not like everyone else, Frody is being beaten by the village bullies whilst talking madly in the village square. The duty of these tyrants is to protect the rights and dignity of every citizen, but the public is divided on what to do with this crazy villager. You see, this is the one. You know what I told you? 0.5 intelligence. This is him. Most of the villagers, fed up with how he is talking and acting, want this man to be exiled, while others want his bullies to be punished so that they can no longer bully anyone. I mean, this is a very philosophical decision, isn't it? But, you know, Viking life is tough. Exile him. So, if we exile him, Frody's family would not be happy with the decision. Well, they can go as well. Some of the villagers are unhappy with the decision. Or, Frody seeks compensation for the wounds inflicted. What? What is this? He's beaten up by bullies and he wants us to pay him silver because he feels... What? Well, he's suing us. What's going on? Insurance fraud, this? Frody becomes disabled. So, hang on. The bullies are picking on him. We stop the bullies from picking on him. We pay the family off, and he doesn't work for the rest of his life. Or we just get rid of him. There you go. See you later, Frody. Oh, there's some discontent going on. Well, hang on. If we've got discontent, what we need is some happiness things. Make them feel better. There we go. Pole A. Makes the village look rich. Installation next to house provides happiness. There you go. Have a big pole outside of your house. And feel happy about it. Yay! We've got a banner. We feel happy now. Ooh. There you go. That'll compensate them for it. And then we'll have fire pits. Oh god. What's this? Newcomers will arrive in your village. Newcomers were seen coming towards the village. Where they come from, they were attacked by looters. Several families, including children, were able to escape. Since they could not bring any of their belongings with them, they had to leave everything behind. At the end of the day-long journey, they reach your village. They need a place to stay and food. They want to join your village. Well, as long as they're prepared to, you know, work, it is Frostpunk all over again. It really is. PJ, thank you for 59 months. Barnsey, thank you for 2. Good to be back in the nut house, Lexi. Thank you, mate. No worries. I think we should say they can join. I think there might be a food issue, but we're still in late summer. We're going to need food. We're not going to be collecting food over winter, so I don't know what we're going to do about that. So let's say that fame is earned, might lead to new events. Fame is lost. Okay, let's increase our fame. Slow the game down a little bit. Let me finish building some fire pits here. 5 silver for a fire pit? You want me? Oh look, we've got some homeless people. Hang on, let me pause this. Game, please pause it. We've got people who have nowhere to live. I have tried using knowledge points. Yeah, we already got some stuff here to get the transition to settle life. I kind of feel like the tutorial's not really keeping up with what's going on, though. It's saying, oh, build this and build that. And then while that's going on, all these events are getting thrown at us. We can dig too deep. We must dig the resources. Nature. Don't feel like we need... Oh, stone cutter might be used to produce grass stone. That could be useful. Let's grab that. Where does that go? The Vegvisir. It's time to set sail, but first the shipyard must be built. Dear God. Crops in field grow 5% quicker. Crops durability will increase. How much is that? 4 points for that. Let's not spend that. We do need more food, I agree. We also need homes. This is a place where you can build mines. Mines are located on the foot of mountains. Iron and coal mines can be identified by their stone structures. I said to you that looked like coal. Right. First of all, we can't have a lack of housing. So we've got to build a house, and then we need to address the food situation. So maybe we can build a field, maybe. Fence where crops can be grown. After selecting the field from the food menu, start building the field, clicking the left mouse button in a suitable place, move the mouse and continue to the area. Okay. So I don't know if this is a good area for a field, but fence is too long. Angle is wrong. Dude, give me a chance. Angle is wrong. $100 silver? You never told me it was going to cost me 100 silver. Oh my God, game. I mean, an option like, this will cost you 100 silver. Do you want to go ahead? Would have been nice. Not, Thank you. That's 100 silver that I didn't tell you about. Jeez, man, we're wrecked. Suitable for planting. Okay, let's get a couple of workers in there. Power. Field activity. Wheat or barley? Both take 3 days, both high yield. Sure, wheat. Plants. I can't believe we just got wrecked for 100 silver. I feel robbed. Okay, poor house, pre-materials. What's the difference between this and this then? 2 and 10, 3 and 10. I mean, is there a difference apart from just raw materials here? It's quite robust and well protected. Pre-materials, 3 wood and 25 stone, and then 6 wood and 20. What's the difference between pre-materials and materials? We've got plenty of wood and plenty of stone. In fact, we need to collect some more stone, actually. Well, let's build a reasonable... I don't know where we want to build. Let's build over here. Like that. And then we'll get that dug up. See if we can get some home and food going on here. Pre-materials is what you need to place it. Oh, okay. And then it constructs. Got you. Build a warehouse and assign warehouse workers. Build a herbalist. Assign a doctor. Find herbs. Dear God. See, I'm a bit worried that we're in summer and, you know, we're not that far off winter and people are probably going to get ill in winter. Yeah, look at the food situation here. That's not good. Not good at all. We've got one source of food, a second one coming online. We've got a little bit of store of fruit going on here. That's fine. Probably need a path from here to here, but I don't know where the gate is yet. Like, how do we... Have we got any money? I don't know if that's going to help. Winter's coming, Jon Snow. Cotton Cuddle, thank you for 16 months. Can we set this as a priority? There we go. Get that house built. I'm not having people sleeping outside. Can we actually see what... Oh, that's cool. Why do they plant it diagonally, though? Do you know what? You just get a modern-day tractor and you just go like... Zzz, 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 we're done. It's crazy. It's going to take quite a while for 2 people to till, I think. Advantageous power. What's your power? 0.7. God. We need some powerful people. Strength of 1.1. Strength of 2.1. Right, let's get rid of 0.7. 0.7. Let's get some more people doing this because we need food, don't we? 2.5. There we go. That's 3 workers tilling the land and they're all quite strong. Japimon, thank you for 69 months. Nekalo, thank you for a bullseye. 100. You know what that means. 1 second, Nekalo. You have just hit VIP status, sir. Let me find my correct I can never remember where this is. Settings. Is it in partner? No, it's not in partner. Stream, moderation. Where did they put the roles manager? There it is. There it is. Found it. Right. Let's get your name. Nicolo DK. That would be you. And then you get a VIP badge, and then we hit save. There you go, sir. If you now say something in chat, you should have a VIP badge next to your name. Thank you very much for 100 months. That is epic. Mr. Japan 69, BenGT 66, Purple Button Hype. Hope everyone's well. I myself been off sick with COVID since last stream until the day before yesterday. Feeling better now. Glad you're feeling better, dude. It's not fun, but once you've had it, you know. I kind of felt like after I'd had COVID, I thought, well, you know, at least I know I'm not one of those small percentile that gets really ill from this. So there was a bit of, you know, comfort from that, I suppose. But it's not a fun disease at all. Gabriella, thank you for 4 months. And some people do seem to get hit harder than others. Why is there a homeless person still? Oh, how many houses do we need? I think we need to chop more trees, don't we? I wonder how long this is going to take to grow. I'm a bit worried that this won't be ready in time. We need to build this house. I'm hoping it's enough for these people, but if it's not, we're in trouble because we've got to build a warehouse as well. It said find herbs, but I don't remember doing that. I think I had it in February, Hannah, if I remember. I remember I couldn't taste anything. I had a bit of a headache and shivers for a couple of days. No, the red carrots are homeless. This person wants to sleep because they're presumably tired. And these are homeless. And I'm hoping when this is finished, which it nearly is, they will move in. The gatherer does fruit and herbs. Ah. I see. Yes, of course. I think we need to be gathering more stuff, if I'm honest. Maybe we should build a second gatherer hut. This is nearly planted now. So they're going along planting seeds and the chickens go along eating the seeds. Like, this is great. They're just laying food out for me in straight lines. These scarecrows in the field to increase production. That was the... We do indeed. This one. Scarecrows are 3 silver. Dude, we are so low on cash. Okay. Is that... That's now planted? And then there's water? Wait, how do we water this? It's not told me what to do. Oh, God. Production. How do I build a well? Life. It's under life. Sea. No. Food. Well. Oh, God, what's this? Colliding with field. Let's put it here. How could that be 2 silver game? Stop ripping me off. Okay, right. So we've now got a house over here. There's a family in it. I don't see any more homeless symbols, but lots of tired people. So the next job is to build a warehouse and assign warehouse workers, which must be under storage. There he is. A place where products such as leather, wool, and clothes are stored. It is necessary. Missing a dagger. Irish dagger has disappeared. No one else has a similar dagger. The villagers have confirmed this. Erie, one villager, claims that one of the newly arrived Griss family stole the dagger. Okay, blame it on the new guys. I see how this is. Because he saw a dagger in one of their hands. The Griss family say the dagger belongs to them and denies the accusation. They could not solve the problem between them. Erie, I bought this dagger from a market outside the village. No one else has one. Everyone knows this. I want my dagger back. Griss, the dagger is a family heirloom. I always carry it with me. This is the only item I could bring with me when escaping the raid. If I stole it, why would I use it publicly? And the Erie family and the Griss family. Labourer, 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 child. So if we're just going off stats and who we want to keep here. Marketer, builder, labourer, labour gatherer, labour. I'm thinking the Griss family is less useful. The theft should be investigated. 25 silver. Well, that's not an option because we spent it all on a field. Blame the Griss family and kick them out of the village. Villagers would be happy. Fame is lost. Blame and execute Griss. That's a bit harsh. Villagers would not be happy. Fame is lost. Griss would be very unhappy with the decision. And do not mess. Villagers would be unhappy. Fame is lost. Well, this is not an option because we don't have the money. Which might lead to future events to tell us what really happened. I mean, maybe he just lost it, right? But if we've got two options. Don't do anything, which I think is bad. Or basically blame and execute somebody, which feels a bit harsh. And just kick the problem family out, which I think we're just going to have to go with. We'll have to kick them out. We could be wrong. But hey-ho. We're losing labourers. That's what's happening. Right, so once we've got this well, does that mean that we'll automatically start watering this? I do hope so. There are no active farmers. We'll have to drop to 2 workers on that field now because we've lost some people. It's true. Fewer mouths to feed. It's very true. It's also fewer mouths to do stuff, isn't it? Maximum limit of 760 planks. Let's just up that slightly. Now then, where are we going to build a warehouse? That's the question. Place where products are stored. I'm thinking probably here near the hub of everything. Like, feels like a good shout, doesn't it? Maybe that way around. Oh, it was only 1 silver for that. It was 2 silver for that piece of road, but 1 silver for that bit of road. Shooterglay, thank you for 2 years. Happy anniversary. We've still got a lot of tired people. Oh no, you're alright now. You've rested. Okay, can we go into water the field mode now, please? What are you doing? Hey, here he goes. He's going to just go like that. Just chuck water all over the plants. Oh, look at him carefully watering every single plant. What a pro. 2 workers, but only 1 here. You look really busy, mate. Is she gathering food or herbs, fruit? Picking fruit in the forest. Somebody is still in bed. Oh, here we go. Are you feeling better? Glad you could join us. It's only midday. Well done for getting out of bed. Teenager, that's what he is. Right, let's have another cheeky save. So I feel like, because we lost surplus labourers there, we've kind of slowed down now on the whole production front. Number of meals, 13. Silver. So that's going up very slowly. We have 23 population. Average happiness is 79. Our fame is 842. And defense is 0. So if people turn up, we're going to be using harsh words to defend ourselves. It's the water guy named Gris. Hang on. Sibby. And who's that? Oh, God game, seriously. Gris, yeah. But the Gris is the first name. The other was the Gris family, which would have been his surname, I think. So they would have been something Gris, whereas he's Gris Leifson. Maybe he's got the dagger. We haven't got much coin, but I feel like we need a fire pit here. 5 silver, man. 5 silver for a bit of metal. We've got 13 fruit in storage. Now the fruit picking is going to stop once we hit winter. 4 fruits and 4 herbs. So how many is she the one that carries them over? Why are you doing nothing? Oh, you're just having a stretch, okay. Which is the one that goes in and moves them? Is that her? Gathering materials for the market, yes. So she's the one that moves things from here to here. She took all 4 by the look of it. I was wondering how many she can carry in one go. What I don't understand is who's making these meals? Are they being made here? Where food is stored and villagers shop. General supply. Right, so you can control what comes here. Is this where... bread. Hang on. So when we do manage to grow the field... What did it say under that knowledge tree? Field, a wheat granary, a barley granary, a windmill, and a brewery. So how do we make bread? We need a wheat granary to grind to get flour. Or we need a windmill to grind and get flour, and then the granary to store it? Or is that where we're going to make the bread, maybe? Either way, we should probably be building a way of converting this field. So we should be thinking about a windmill, I think. My life. That's a lot of materials. 80 planks. That's on top of the 50 you need just to start it. Flipping heck. 80. Yikes. I don't want it too far away from this, otherwise they're just going to be moving things around, aren't they? See, this feels like a gatherer hut should be here. Granny said storage and when we'll make bread. I wish that made sense. Granary. Wheat granary. Used to store wheat. Right, so we'll put that like here. And I think what we'd like is another gather a hut over here somewhere. Or maybe not there because it's rubbish. Like, that one circles like that, so presume that will be okay there. Or would that be too many workers? I think we're better not doing that because we're doing this. That's not even got to the point of growing yet. Ready to harvest. And then dead. So you've got a limited amount of time to harvest this. But at least we can harvest it into the granary, can't we? And we can store it. But the question then is, how long does it last in there? And is that big enough to store this entire field? I have no idea. I've no idea what that field will produce. Right, we need somebody speedy to work in the warehouse, even though we've got absolutely nothing to store in here. We can't make any of this stuff. I'm not really sure why it's getting us to build that, to be honest. Build a herbalist hub and assign a doctor. Where is the herbalist hub, I wonder? House, storage. Wait, a coop? Habitat for chickens? Why are we not building that? Right, has anybody seen a herbalist hub anywhere? Maybe we can't make it because of the tree. Am I missing something? Was it under life? Oh, we can't. Not enough silver? Excuse me. That's why I can't build it. We're 1 coin short. Okay. That's because it cost us a lot of money to build this. Burntwood, thank you for gifting 2 subs. Welcome, guys. Right, okay. So, first of all, whilst my little fire not coming on at night, that's what they do. That one's fine. That one's fine. What's wrong with this one? That's now growing. So we need to have a windmill built probably before. Do you think we should build a spare home? Probably wouldn't hurt to have a spare home, would it? Like one of these nice little houses. Oh, we've got some resources going on. I'm not building a road because I don't have the coin. Yeah, I do wonder what a chicken coop would do, actually. I am curious about that. I'm guessing there's going to be things off the side of this that we need to build. But we'll see. We'll try a little chicken coop over here. Maybe here. Colliding with tree. Let's see what that does. I haven't done one for a little while, Ian. Speaking of flying, though, I did go flying this week. Oh my god, I didn't tell you the story, did I? I did not tell you the story of my flying this week. Oh! So, I don't know if you remember, I think, what did I get to? What date are we on? 3rd of December, aren't we? 1 second. Let me check my... logbook. There it is. Where did I go flying? Nope, it's not that one. There it is. Yeah, so 28th, 30th, 28th, that's right. Yeah, so basically, I needed to do, I'm just checking my hours here. I think I needed to do, where was I at last week? Yeah, I was either going to go on Monday or Tuesday, wasn't I? And I needed to do about 2 hours. So basically my my SCP rating, my single engine piston rating, was due for renewal. So it lasts 2 years, it was due for renewal. And I wanted to revalidate by experience, which means I had to have flown 12 hours in the last 12 months and done a bunch of landings and other bits and pieces. Anyway, I was 2 hours short. So last weekend, I could have gone flying on Saturday instead of streaming, because the weather was actually decent on Saturday. But I thought, I looked at the forecast, and Monday and Tuesday, I thought, I'll probably be able to go flying Monday, Tuesday. I'll be okay. We'll stream. So I streamed on Saturday. And then I got to Monday, I looked out the window, was like, really? Really? Now, my instructor, well, the examiner, had said to me, you need to do your hours, and he put in capitals, before the 30th of November. Before, because my rating expired on the 30th, and he put in big capital letters, before the 30th. So I took that to mean I have to fly Monday or Tuesday, or it's game over. So on Monday, I went up to the airfield and was thinking, you know, I'll see what I can do. So I went out flying for like an hour and a bit. Yeah, I just went out to the east somewhere, bimbled around, came back, and landed, and thought, cool, I only need like 50 minutes now. Just need 50 minutes. So at the end of Monday, I needed 50 minutes, and I had Tuesday to do it. Talk about leaving this a bit close. I get up Tuesday morning, and it is the worst weather like you could imagine. It was 300 foot, overcast, mist, horrendous weather. Went up to the airfield thinking, I literally just need to go up for an hour. I just need a small break. That's all I need. I just need a little break in this weather. Just 1 hour will do me. And I went up to the airfield, and it just would not clear. So there it was, lunchtime. It hadn't shifted. I was like, well, that's it. That's game over, isn't it? We're done. We're done here. Of course, I was really annoyed because I was thinking I should have gone up on Saturday. I should have done this. I should have done that. You know, the hindsight thing was kicking in. I'm burger bun. So I emailed Nigel, the instructor. I went, I'm going to have to, like the weather's just rubbish. I'm going to have to go, I'm going to have to book a slot with you to revalidate. And I said, what's involved? And he went, oh, we'll just go up for like a mini skill check. Do some engine failure on takeoffs, do some steep turns, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, whatever. I said, how long will it take? He said, just a single slot. Just book a single slot with me. I said, okay. And then on on Wednesday morning, which was the 30th, I looked out the window, and of course, typically, the weather looks okay again. It's like, the cloud's a bit low, but I'm looking at it, that's actually flyable. I'm like, ugh. So I'm looking on the CAA website for information about when can you fly on the day that your rating expires? I'm looking. Of course, it's a CAA website, right? You can't find what you want. So I emailed the CAA on Tuesday to ask them the question. I still haven't had a reply, by the way. They've still not got back to me. Very simple question. Can you fly on the 30th if your rating expires on the 30th? You'd think that would be a simple answer from the CAA, but apparently not. And I looked at the way. Oh, God. So I thought, I'll just ask him again. So I emailed him. I said, Nigel, am I allowed to fly today on the 30th or not? And he wrote back and said, you can fly all the way up till midnight tonight. At which point my eyes were like, what? Like, why have you been telling me to do this before the 30th and now you're saying you can fly today on the 30th? That changes everything. So there I was, like 11 a.m, having just got this email back, thinking it goes dark in about 4 hours' time, looking out the window, can I do this? And then telling myself, hang on a minute, don't do that thing where they call it get-theritis, right? It's where you basically go flying because you need to get somewhere and you put yourself at risk. As in, go flying in weather that you shouldn't fly in because you really want to get somewhere. You want to get to your destination, or in this case, I want to get my hours. I thought, I need to check myself here. If it's too bad when I get up there, I don't go up. Like, if I can't fly, I can't fly. It's not the end of the world. But don't go up if you can't fly. So I phoned up Earl's Cone, and I said to them, wait, why do you need to be lucky to chop chickens up? Okay, whatever, again. You'll do. There you go, Lucky Erie. I phoned up Earl's Cone, and I said to them on the Wednesday, I said, what's the weather like up there? And she went, it seems to be breaking up. It's like, we're looking at about 1,200 foot bases at the moment. But if you wait 20 minutes, Dave's gone up there, one of the instructors. Dave's up there now. He'll be coming back and he can give you a report. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll just come up anyway. So I drove up to Earl's Cone, went inside, and Earl's Cone's weird. It's like it's got its own little mini weather system. It's kind of weird. So in Chelmsford, it was horrible. It was pretty nasty low season. By the time I got to Earl's Cone, it was like a bit better. I was like, I might actually be able to do circuits. If nothing else, maybe I could do circuits, even if I can't go flying. So I got there and I had a chat with Dave. I said, what's it like up there, Dave? And he was like, well, like it's good for instrument weather flying. I was like, well, that's great because I don't have an instrument rating. He said, no, it's perfect for that. He said, it's a bit hit and miss. He said, sometimes it's 1,200 feet, sometimes it's 900 feet, the cloud base. It's a bit hit and miss depending on where you go. It's clearer out to the north. South is pretty bad. So I thought, this is too tough to make a call, like looking at this weather. But there are people in the circuit, so it must be flyable if there are people in the circuit. So I thought, you know what? I've got to do 50 minutes. I'm going to do it circuits if I have to. But I put a plan together to go out east, printed it out, went and checked the plane out, and then got in the plane, and then called up the radio and said, look, I'm planning to go out to the east if I can, local flight. So I got in the plane, I took off, get this. So I took off out of Earl's Cone, and as soon as I got to 900 feet AGL, whoosh, straight in the cloud. 900 feet like that, whoop, straight in the cloud. But I had a feeling it wasn't all like that, and it wasn't. So I went up 900 feet in the cloud, so now I'm instrument, so I'm not legal. So it came straight back down, like literally just kept it just under the cloud. And as soon as I turned onto the crosswind leg, the ceiling just moved up like 200 feet. So literally, there was a weird blob of cloud on the extended center line as you took off. But as soon as you turned out of it, it was fine. It was 1,200 feet. Weirdest thing. So I'm going downwind and I'm looking around at the weather and I'm looking at the cloud base and I'm looking out to the east and seeing it's really murky out in the east. So I thought, I'm not going to leave the circuit because we're literally like bumping in and out of the cloud here. Thought I'm not leaving the circuit. Like it looks fine north, but I don't want to be in a situation where I can't get back. So I thought, okay. So I went around again. I came down to the runway and just did a go around. I thought I'll do a second circuit, just see what it's like. So I took off again. Same thing happened. Straight into the cloud, straight out of the cloud. So, okay, I can deal with this. Got to the downwind leg and just decided I was going to make... I just thought, you know what? I'm not leaving the circuit. It's not safe to go out and come back, but I can get away with circuits. And I'd written down my start time and everything. I looked at the watch and I was like, I need to do 50 minutes of this. How can I protract this out? If I'm just doing circuits, 50 minutes of circuits. I was like, I know what I can do. I can land, exit the runway, and then spend 5 minutes taxiing. The taxiing takes about 5 minutes to get all the way down the length of it, quickly do your final takeoff checks, and then get back up again. But that's 5 minutes of taxi in it. So when you put that together with the entire circuit, you're looking at least 10 minutes. 10 minutes times 5, 50 minutes. Hacks. So that is what I did. I became a taxi expert. Yeah, so that's what I did. There was another guy in the circuit. I took off, went around, came back, landed, left the runway, taxied, and I literally did this 5 times. I'm not even joking. I did this 5 times. And then, get this story's not quite finished. So at this point, I'm looking at my watch, and I've done, according to my calculations, I have done 60 minutes. So I'm home dry. 60 minutes, an hour. Like, I'm good here. But I'll just do one more landing. Just one more. Why not? You know, for the sake of it, we'll do one more landing. So I took off, turned downwind. As I turned downwind, I hear the radio. Helimed blah blah blah. We'll be departing to the east. I'm like, okay. Radio comes back. 2-4 with a left-hand circuit. Right? Literally told him 2-4 with a left-hand circuit. So I call downwind. I'm thinking, all right, so the medical helicopter is about to depart, but it's okay. 2-4, that's fine. As I get to the end of my downwind leg and I turn onto base, I hear him call. Get this. Helimed blah blah blah. Departing 06. I'm like, wait, what? 06? What are you talking about, mate? What do you mean 06? It's 2-4. But he's Helimed, right? Because he's a medical helicopter. He basically does whatever he wants to. But imagine you're flying a plane. Maybe you've not got this pictured yet. But imagine you just turn onto your base leg. So you're now descending on your base leg. To your left, you see the runway. You're about to make your turn onto final and land onto runway 24. And Helimed has just said that he is departing 06. In other words, he is coming straight at you. He's going to depart the runway coming straight at you. That's what he's going to do. Like, nobody tells you how to handle this. Both. Senator. It's got a hard runway and grass. Grass is in up at the moment. You land on the tarmac runway, but it's not a particularly wide one. But it is like 850 meters or something. So I'm thinking to myself, the best thing I can do right now is tell him where I am. So I call the radio and said, Golf Echo Delta is base leg, landing 2-4, something like that. Basically tell him, I'm on my base leg, I'm going to be landing on 2-4. If you're taken out of 06, you're going to be coming right at me. And I'm looking, and I see him literally start to hover taxi onto 06. So as I'm going base like this, he's now hovering 06. So I'm going to do that, and he's going to do that. We're literally going to go like that. Bang. At this point, I'm thinking, what are my options? So I'm thinking, if I continue my approach, maybe he'll fly over the top of me. Not good. Maybe he's going to take off low and I'll just go around over the top of him, but I can't guarantee that he won't fly up into me. Not good. I'm thinking, if he's going to come straight at me, I'm just going to turn right. I'm just literally going to turn. Well, this is the point. Yeah, but a go around Valtiel, a go around literally involves me flying over the top of him, like a power over the top. I don't like him being underneath me. I can't see him. I can't see through my... Like, if I go up and he's below me, I can't see him. I lose viz. Don't like the sound of that either. And he's not said what his intentions are. He just said taking off 06. He's not saying, I'm taking off north, I'm taking off south, whatever. I'm taking off 06. He's a helicopter. He can literally go off in any direction. I can't. So I'm literally turned on to final. So I call final. I turn final. And I see this helicopter coming along the runway up towards me. And I'm like, cool. So I think, right, my best option here is I'm going to stay really high. I'm not going to land. There's no way I'm landing. But I want to know how to handle this. So I stay high and I think if he comes at me anymore, I'm just going to turn right. I'm just going to give way to the right. So what does he do? He comes along the runway, he lifts up, and then he turns to the south and goes out into the downwind leg. But I am already now way too high to land. If I'd have known that that was what he was going to do, was just going to take up and turn south, there would never have been a problem. If he'd have said, taking off 06, departing south, I could have continued my approach and come in. But he said nothing. And he's a commercial pilot. He's in a medical helicopter. I would have expected a better call from him. Just an information call. Because I can't do what he does. I can't stop in the air. I can't hover. I can't wait. I'm coming in on that circuit and there's not a lot I can do about it. It would have been nice if it had said something. It wasn't great, Dyson at all. And I was too high to land, so I just called go around. And as I saw him going that way, I just went over the top of him and went around. Came back and landed. Well, this is the thing, Danny. So this is the thing. In the interests of learning, so I thought about this afterwards. Like, if this situation happened again, what would I do? Yeah? And I think what I took away from that was my expectation of him was that he would tell me or inform everybody what his intentions were, like what he was going to do. Are you literally taking off out of 06, mate? Or are you going to be, getting your airspeed up and then turning right 90 degrees and leaving the circuit? If it happened to be next time, I would not rely on him being a good pilot and telling me what he was doing. I would ask him. So the next time that happens, if it ever happens again, I'll say literally, Helimed, what are your intentions for departure? And see what he says. So that was what I learned from that situation. So I went around and I came in and landed. And of course, it gave me more flight time. I got more flight time out of it. So by the time I landed, I'm just checking now, an hour and 10 minutes, which is way over my 50 minutes. So I landed and, this is the best bit. This is the best bit. When he was taking off, when the helicopter was taking off, he said, Helimed, blah, 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 4 POB, blah, blah, blah. So in other words, there's 4 persons on board. Now, if there are 4 people on board, the implication there, that's he's going to an emergency, isn't he? If he's got 4 POB, he's probably got, the pilot, the actual doctor, the triage nurse, whatever, that there's 4 people in the plane. He's not just going out warming the engine up, like he's going to an emergency. I landed, and as I landed, I heard the radio call saying, Helimed, inbound, Helimed, blah, 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 inbound, entering 24 direct. I was like, hang on a minute. What's going on? It must have been cancelled. My guess is it was an emergency that got cancelled because, you know, I went around, and by the time I'd gone around, touched the tarmac, this helicopter was on its way back in. So I was like, all of that was for nothing. So anyway, I landed, and I knew that he was coming in. There was also another plane coming in. So I departed the runway and called a full stop, just so that everybody knew what I was doing. In other words, there's my intentions. I'm not going up again. Full stopping. You know what I mean? It's like they don't tell you to do this stuff in any manual, but when you're dealing with radio, because it's not a towered airfield as such. They don't have control over you. So a lot of it is just pilots communicating with each other and just saying what you're doing. Just so that everybody can build a picture about where you're going. Because you're always thinking, oh, he's in the circuit, he's inbound, he's leaving. And if you just make a simple call like full stop, right, you're out the picture. I don't need to worry about you anymore. You're staying. But anyway, so I got my hours done. So I put the plane away, sat there filling all these forms in, signing these forms, went back to the Earl's Cone, put it all in an envelope, put Nigel on the front, left it on his desk, sent him an email that, you know, I'd managed to get the hours done. Could you please redo my SEP? And as I was driving home, I got a phone call from Carolyn at Earl's Cone. She said, oh, Nigel's just been in, just to let you know. You signed all your stuff. It's all done. You know, come and get it when you want. So anyway, I got my license, guys. I got my license for another 2 years, or my rating. But I am not leaving it so close next time. That was horrific. That was horrific. That weather was like, it was so marginal. It's ridiculous. It's not considered a near miss. No, not at all. It's one of the many fun incidents that you get to deal with when you're in untowered airfields.